And now we've come to the highlight of tonight's program, the keynote. We're convening under new leadership at both the board and the CEO level. Last year, when I became the chairman of the Board of Trustees, I knew because Hugh Price, a great leader who had invited me to join the board, would be leaving. He made the announcement in November, but I felt that this was the greatest opportunity that anyone in my position could have to participate in selecting the individual that would lead us over the next several years. But more importantly than the selection of the individual was the process we went through. This was a collaborative effort of the National Urban League Board of Trustees Search Committee and stakeholders from the affiliates and from other parts of the movement. We came together, and this was a labor of love. And out of this process came a great choice, Marc Morial. And he brings many, many things to us. But rather than having me talk about the outstanding person he's been and what I expect him to be, I don't want to waste one more second. Let's bring Marc Morial to the podium for tonight's address.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Good evening, Urban Leaguers. Good evening, friends, and welcome to Pittsburgh. This is the original We Are Family City. 24 years ago, Willie Stargell, the Pittsburgh Pirates, and Sister Sledge captured this nation's attention with the rallying cry, "We are family." So today, we've come to Pittsburgh to examine the family, its future, its impact, its resilience, and its strength. Today, we are family, and I'm glad that you've come to be with me tonight. Now, some have asked, why have we come to Pittsburgh? Well, we've come to Pittsburgh because it's a great sports town. In addition to the Pirates, you've got the Steelers and the Penguins. And let us not forget, this is where the legendary Josh Gibson, playing for the Pittsburgh Crawfords of the Negro Baseball League, made a name for himself as the greatest hitter never to make the major leagues. We've come to Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh has a special place in the annals of equality. In the 1800s, this city was an important stop for the Underground Railroad. And you may not remember, but in the 1960s, it was a departure point for the Mississippi Freedom Rides. And in 1918, this city, Pittsburgh, became home to the 5th oldest urban league in the nation. Now we've come because it is fitting that at this new departure point for the movement, we meet here. We've also come to Pittsburgh because, as you witnessed tonight, Pennsylvania has a great governor and Pittsburgh has a great mayor. Governor Rendell was a great mayor for the city of Philadelphia. He transformed, he revitalized, and he rescued that great American city of brotherly love and sisterly affection. And I know that as governor, he will bring charm and personality and vision to the work of leading this Commonwealth. And Mayor Murphy, my friend, you too have transformed the 20th century city of smokestacks and steel mills into a 21st century urban showcase of business, technology, and culture. My hat is off to you, Mr. Mayor, for leading this remarkable urban renaissance. Now we've come because of Esther Bush. And we've come because of Glenn Mahone and Murray Gerber. And we owe them thanks for their hard work in making this conference possible. And I also want to take this moment to thank Bruce Nelson of Office Depot, and James Rohr of the PNC Financial Services Group for being such an indispensable part of the success of this great gathering. My deepest appreciation, however, goes out to our chairman, Mike Critelli, who continues a long line of this nation's leading business executives who've chaired this great organization for more than 90 years. Mike has given of his time, creativity, and resources as he leads our Board of Trustees into what I know will be the greatest period ever for the National Urban League. Thank you, Mike. To all of our corporate, foundation, and community partners, I want to thank you for your warm embrace. To our Board of Trustees, to the Urban League Guild, to the Young Professionals Network, to the affiliate CEOs, board chairs, staff, and new lighters, my thanks for the manner in which you've embraced me and welcomed me in to the Urban League family. I also must thank Edith Jones, CEO in my own hometown, New Orleans, as well as Clarence Barney, the former CEO in New Orleans, who was the embodiment of the Urban League when I grew up as a child in New Orleans. I'm also honored tonight that there's a huge delegation from New Orleans here, a huge delegation. And in addition to my family, that delegation includes United States Senator Mary Landrieu and New Orleans City Council member Marlon Gusman, both lifelong friends who've been I also owe deep gratitude for the three most remarkable women in my life: my wife Michelle, my daughter Kimma, and my mother Sybil Morial. I want to thank them. Now stand up, honey, stand up. I want to thank them for their love, their support, and their patience. We are now family, and I'm ready to fuss and fight and discuss, love and nurture, build and transform, create and remake this great American institution with you, alongside of you, as we stand shoulder to shoulder together, beginning tonight. Today, I stand on the shoulders of American legends: George Edmund Haynes, Eugene Kinkle-Jones, Lester Granger, Whitney Young, Vernon Jordan, John Jacob, and Hugh Price. Since our founding, in New York 93 years ago, there have only been 7 chief executives before me. In that same span of time, we've had 17 U.S. presidents, from William Taft to George W. Bush. Now you do the math. In today's economy, there is no question which one is the better job. Tonight, I want to honor one of those American legends. Hugh Price and his magnificent leadership, commitment, extraordinary vision, and trailblazing innovations lifted this movement to new heights. Hugh, your campaign for African American achievement began to reverse the tide of low expectations that have engulfed too many of our young people for too long. The National Urban League and this nation are better for your service. We owe you not only a standing ovation, but our commitment to keep standing for the ideals you lived each day as our president. Thank you, Brother Hugh Price. Thank you, Brother Hugh Price. Thank you, Brother Hugh Price. I also want to say thank you and honor Margaret Young, the mother of this movement and the widow of the late Whitney Young. Margaret has embraced me and encouraged me. Let's give Margaret a special standing ovation for traveling here to be with us tonight. Thank you, Margaret Young. Thank you, Margaret Young.